Executive Director of Council. Thank you, Jordan. Please begin the honors. Not only help MSME exporters interact and experience an international. I should request the Vice Chair.
Hope the buyers go back with a good experience of both the exhibition as well as the rich culture, and incidentally is also the counterpart of Hollywood, which is called Mumbai, as well as the whole of India. With this, I let and compliment Plastic Export Promotion Council for organizing this kind of an event, and we look forward to much more such events where Department of Commerce would be a willing partner for this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind sentiments, the unflinching support you always lend us, and for your commitment to the...
May I request the Vice Chair of the Council, Sri Vikram Badoria, the line.
Telling how to get to
facilitate and encourage exports. The largest plastic processors.
Yeah, and we are actually world leaders across all spectrums and portfolio products. Bulk bags, packing 750 kilograms to 2000 kilograms. We make everything in-house.
Our ambition, our aspiration is to become a $32 trillion economy by 2047. By that time, we will be completing 100 years of our independence. So for a country of this size, a country with people whose enterprising skills are well known in the entire world, a $12 billion export is definitely not doing the justice. I was comparing our exports with China's. China, of course, is quite big in terms of plastic exports. But I was looking at few of the items where I was looking at plastic toys, where China is exporting to the tune of some $13 billion. Ours is only about 130 million. In FIBC, they have more than 5 to 6 billion of exports. We are much below 100 million. So there are different components of plastic industry in which we have a lot to catch up in the entire world. It's but fitting that Flex Council has taken this initiative to come up with this kind of big size events, and we hope that this will continue in future and we'll have more and more such RPSMs in India where buyers from all over the globe are able to come over and interact with our plastic industries, see the quality as well as the range of products and are able to trade better with India.
In these several years of experience of having led our industry at various renowned international events, it has organized numerous buyer-seller meets and has collaborated with many international bodies and exhibition organizers that has finally culminated into our venture into exhibition space, and the idea of FlexConnect 2023 was thus born.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. I am indeed very delighted to inaugurate FlexConnect 2023, a 3-day long and India's first ever exhibition focused on the promotion of plastic exports. I would like to compliment Mr. Chairman and his entire team. Looking at the overwhelming response here, I think it's a huge effort that they have made in bringing so many of you together here under one roof. As I learned from him, there are 600 plus international delegates who are here from 60 plus different countries across the world who would be interacting with the top industry players from India. My dear friends, you're visiting India at a very crucial time. This is not just the year of India's G20 presidency, but also the 75th year of India's independence. And our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has given us 5 pledges which have to be realized in the span of next 25 years when India completes 100 years of its independence. And one such most important pledge is, of course, to be able to transform India from a developing to a developed economy. India today is aspiring to be a $5 trillion economy, and by the time we complete 100 years of our independence, we want to be somewhere close to $32 trillion economy. And exports, you know, are the key drivers of any country's economy's growth. Plastics is also a very important sector. I'm very happy to learn that we have business delegations from Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Korea, Brazil, Mexico, Indonesia, Israel, and so many other countries. I think it is a great opportunity for you to interact with our top key players in the plastic sector and make some technical and commercial cooperations which would be useful in the long run insofar as your business interests are concerned. I've also learned from the chairman that some of our state governments of Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Maharashtra, UP, Himachal Pradesh, they've also put up their pavilions in the exhibition area. I think it's a great opportunity for the states also to showcase their potential to the world and to all our international delegates who will be here for 3 days. In fact, Mr. Chairman told me that there were more people willing to come, but they were not able to accommodate. So, which is why I feel very happy about this whole exercise, that so many of you have shown such a keen interest in being here. This sector in India is one of the fastest growing sectors, which is experiencing a double-digit growth. And as Mr. Sarangi also mentioned, that this is a sector which permeates entire spectrum of our everyday life, and this is a sector which is a huge employment generator. Close to 5 million people get their bread and butter from the plastic industry. So it is contributing a big way to India's economy and also to the growth of some of the other key sectors like construction or automotives or electronics or healthcare, so many other sectors. So this is one sector which needs a lot of attention. And India has today become one of the biggest suppliers of the good quality raw materials and also it has a significant position insofar as the exports of the value-added products are concerned. We also have an ambition to make exports worth $25 billion by the year 2027. As on today, this year when we release the data, it's close to $12 billion. And this is just 1% of the total global exports of plastic which is taking place. So if we jump from 12 to 25 in the next 3-4 years, it's going to be an increase of next 1%. But I agree with my additional secretary that this is a sector where the potential needs to be fully realized, fully exploited, and there is so much scope to do more. Today, we are in the times when the global uncertainties are very high. COVID-19 pandemic has jolted the whole world, but the Indian economy continues to be one of the fastest growing economies. It is the 5th largest economy in the world today, and it is going to be the 3rd largest in the next 2-3 years' time. Today there is a renewed focus, a growing concern about the global supply chain disruption. Almost on every international platform, this is one issue which is being discussed. It's a common concern for all the countries, the way Corona has disrupted the global supply chains. So now the focus is shifting from China to other alternate sourcing hubs, and India could be, in fact it is, the next big and good alternative. So I think this is a great opportunity for all of you to make the best use of it, make some meaningful business relations here. 3 days is a lot of time, you can do so much. We from the Ministry are providing all possible support and encouragement, not just our EPCs but to our industries. We are facilitating events like this by providing financial assistance, but also by way of many of our schemes. And recently, in the month of March, we've just announced India's new foreign trade policy, which also provides you an opportunity to grow more, expand more, and to be able to increase your global footprints. So I trust that Flex Council will continue to encourage its members and the key industry players in being able to increase their share in the global export market. We will also continue to support you. Our embassies and missions abroad are also working very hard. They're engaging constantly with the ministry, with the department, with the EPCs to make sure that within their geographies, the exports are promoted in a big way. And I think together we can work like one big family, and we can come closer and we can make this even bigger than what it is today. So ladies and gentlemen, my last appeal to you would be, of course, regarding the most important concern for the entire world today: climate change, environmental concerns which are arising out of the poor disposal of plastics. I was discussing this with Mr. Chairman. He was telling me that the industry is already into action on this issue. There is more deliberation, more thought, more action which needs to go into reducing, reusing and recycling plastics, because we all understand while plastic permeates the entire spectrum of our everyday life, it is also in a way becoming an environmental hazard. So India now talks about say no to single-use plastics, and there could be many other ways in which we could tackle this challenge of environmental damage that is being caused, and I think it's a very serious issue. While promoting exports, we must also think of protecting our own environment, our own planet, because if we do not have our planet, we will not have a future, we will not exist. So while pursuing our business interests, we also have to show our concern.
As I said earlier also, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, we are already promoting and supporting participation of our exporters in the international trade events by way of providing them financial assistance. and also giving them policy support. We've just announced our new foreign trade policy, and there are very many schemes which the exporters are already making use of. We want this sector to grow. We want the whole export share of India to grow. As I said earlier, that we want to achieve $2 trillion of exports by the year 2027. So plastic as a sector also has to make its contribution, like many other sectors.
Thank you so much.
You have any question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just one question. So recently we could see Mr. Modi coming up with a very innovative initiative wherein he had recycled plastic bottles and he was wearing the jacket. So can we expect more such initiatives coming forward?
See, as I told you, environment is a big concern for us. This is the year of India's presidency, and look, she is asking, how do I look here and answer? Okay, this is the year of India's G20 presidency. What is our theme? One Earth, one family, one future. And environment is a big concern for the whole planet now.
VIP tour, they will be coming to your stall right now.
Thank you.
Honorable Prime Minister has started the idea of say no to single-use plastic. While plastic cannot be eliminated from our lives because it contributes and it is now a part of most of our health appliances, our agriculture machinery, our construction equipments, our electronic devices. So it permeates every sector of our lives. You cannot eliminate it. We have to promote the exports, but at the same time, we can make efforts to reduce the use of single-use plastic. We can also think about and prioritize the concept of sustainable production, and which is what the industry has also started paying attention to. But we would expect the industry to draw a plan and make more rigorous efforts towards reducing, reusing and recycling plastic for a safer and a greener future.